Yes, everybody, I welcome everyone. Oh, finally, Jivli is there. At least one person has come. I thought only I am free and all my team members are more busy than me. But now Jivli is here, so good. Yes, okay. So, how is everyone doing? Uh, I think we missed a call last week. Again, there was a festival in India and this week also, but now we are here and we will be taking up some real important questions which have come to me. But before that, I would like to know about what's happening with you all guys. How is it going? If anything specific you want to share. Yes,
Uh,
Rashmi.
I just have a quick question before you start your session. So
Yeah.
today I just saw this post on Instagram regarding that Ida and Pingla Nadi you have.
Yes.
There is some post about that. So of late I have been searching about this Swar Vigyan for so long. I don't know why I got attracted towards it and all that. So do you have any specific knowledge on that, like where I can
It is.
explore more on that?
Yes, it is covered on J5 of your training. So when you will reach there,
Okay.
you will know about it. It it's the
Yes.
part of a spiritual mindfulness. It's part of your energy body,
O- Okay.
and uh, I'm explaining it in that, right? So on day 5, before
Okay.
we start the chakras, we talk about the nadis, we talk about the energy meridians too, and I tell you that how the energy flows in the body through them. All right? So
That
it is
is 200 hour, 200 hour
in
day
100
5.
hour, in 100 hour only.
100 hours, I finished 100 hours. I don't know. I have to go
Then
back
you
again
need
and
to
check
go
it.
back. Then you have forgotten that
Okay.
probably.
Okay.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
already there. Or
Any other
otherwise,
book can you recommend, like where
in
I
my
can just get
in
authentic knowledge
my book
about it?
also, in my chakra book also, it is given.
Okay.
So you open that, you read that. It is before starting the chakra, the energy meridian
Okay.
system is given. There is a chapter called the energy meridian system, right?
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank
Right.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have everything.
Sorry?
You have everything.
I know. I have everything, but I'm not with that thing. I think that is the problem. That thing is with me, but I'm not with that. I know. Thank you.
Matching will happen. Don't worry.
Waiting.
Okay. Cool. So, anybody now? Let's start with some question or some feedback if anybody has it before I start to take up my questions. Ah, Doreen is also here. Wow, Doreen with new hairstyle.
I got my hair a bit, but yeah.
Good to
Hello,
see you.
everybody. Yeah, it's been a while, huh?
Yeah,
How are you doing?
good. So, where are you? What all things you have done in past few months? Share.
We saw each other in March. Then I did a meditation teacher training in Rishikesh. Afterwards, I went to France and I worked on a surf camp in France as a yoga teacher for 6 months, which was very intense to be surrounded by 200 people every single day. So I really tried to stick with my meditation practice to protect my own energy, which was very much needed. And now I'm in Lisbon, and I'm creating my online training, which will be a mix of yoga, meditation, and tantra. It's a cycle breaker course where I'm working on right now, so very exciting. Yeah, and after I will go to Morocco for my retreats in Morocco. So life is good, huh?
Good, huh? Impressive, very nice. And I'm very happy that you are putting everything into the use, whatever you have learned, whatever you have experienced in your own journey, you are now trying to put everything into the use to create a proper system which you can follow and you can give others to follow. And it is good. I'm happy with this. So
Thank you.
anytime you need any help or any suggestion, you're most welcome. You know that.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then you need to come back to India also, maybe whenever.
I would love to come to Goa soon. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to make the arrangements, but let's see.
Let's see, no problems. But beautiful. I'm happy that all these things are happening and you are quite active and busy with them. You know, remaining busy with something which you love automatically starts to create your roots in that realm. And once the roots are grown enough, you automatically start to bear fruit. Need to be patient, you need to be consistent. All right. It is
Mm.
not a matrix world thing that, okay, I want a quick fix like instant noodle or instant coffee. No, it is not. You need to brew it slowly, but then it would be amazing. Okay. So, for everyone, whatsoever place you guys are in, and whatsoever situation you are in, it's very, very, very important to just be active in the energies what you love. It's a very simple tip to be on your path, whatever kind of energy you love, to live, to express, to share, and to receive. You have to actively remain involved in that. So if you don't get the situation, create the situation. Even on small level, even with one person, even with yourself. But you need to be actively involved with that energy which you really love or which you need in your life. And if you are able to do that and if you remain consistent in that and you just hold on with that, you will realize that in few days, in few weeks, it is start to give you the result back. You will get more opportunity to do those things which you love doing. You will get more flow with that. You will get more ease, more refinement with that, and you will keep getting ample energy and opportunity of what you are doing. It is just that if you hold on, you remain consistent, remain disciplined with your own self in that, without being impatient or without looking for the quick things, then your roots grow in that realm. Because whatever we like to have in our life, whatever they are like, universe has many many layers. Universe is not like flat, huh? Universe works with layers. These are the energy layers. Those who have done 300 hours with me, they know we talk about these 7 layers of human consciousness where people live. Everybody live in one of those layers. So universe has layers of energy, and every manifestation or activity in the universe happens in those layers. Now, wherever you are rooted or wherever you are maybe thrown into by the world, circumstances, or your own emotions, or wherever you are find yourself to, knowingly or unknowingly, all the activities or all the energies coming to your life, would majorly come from that layer, until unless you cautiously try to call the energies from the another layer, from the higher level layer, from the next level of layer. And if we remain consistent in whatever kind of energy, whatever kind of layer we want to live in, we start to get rooted in that realm, that layer of universe. And once your rooting is done, then you don't go down from that. Then you go to the next level only. So you need to be patient enough, you need to be consistent enough, disciplined enough. And the idea is to keep actively involved, keep remaining actively involved in the energy you want to live in, to share, to create, to receive, and it will start to happen in your life. I am saying this from my own life experience. I never had any idea about how I would do things, what I would do. I never even thought of that I would be a teacher one day. Or even if a teacher, then I would have people like a community with me all the time. But it was just the love for my own work. And it started bearing those amazing fruits which I've actually never thought of. Right. And each fruit gives more strength to my roots. And this is amazing. I really don't care about the in between things because this is just a functionary. This body, this name, this Soulversity, this school, this Rishikesh training, this blah blah blah, all that thing is just a functionary. They're like just the channels, right? Anything which I am able to do positively in the energy realm, what I want, or the energy layer which I want it to act into, it grows my roots more. That makes my roots more strong in that energy layer and grow it more. So it is not only the effect or the fruit of this physical world that, oh, I've given a training and this training has gone very good and I'm very happy about that. That's one effect. And that's very, I would say, small effect. Then the real effect, what you get, the real fruit, what you get, that it grows back your roots. And this is amazing. Now, this also means another thing, that even if you are not getting the kind of fruits in the normal routine world, what your mind can understand, I am giving meditation classes, but I'm not getting enough money, or I'm not getting enough fame, all those kind of things. As I told you, these are just functionaries. They are not the real thing. Because if you are doing something beautiful in life, it never goes useless. It always bears some fruit. It goes back to strengthen your roots in the universe. That creates a higher level of synchronicity. That makes your presence, your establishment more powerful. And that automatically brings an amazing level of patience inside you. That it's okay. I am doing my job and it will happen. A seed or a plant does not need to care for whether the fruit will come or not. If the seed and the plant coming out of that knows that we are doing good in the roots. If they know that we are doing good in the roots, they actually never need to care about the fruits or flowers because they know that it will come. It's just a matter of time. But what we need to care for is our roots. And this is exactly how our conscious connection with the universe works. Right? So if you keep working, which keeps strengthening your roots, and you know about it, you feel comfortable about it, you feel happy about it, that is good enough. Whatever fruits have to come, and I would say all kind of fruits will come. They come. And it's amazing. And most of the time, those things which are there to make you create attachments, moh, the worldly attachments, if you want those kind of fruits, they also come. But first, the universe makes sure that you grow above the attachment. You grow, you become free in your consciousness from them, and then they happen. So when you feel no difference between a bus ride or a plane ride, whatever is required, you are okay to do that. Both the things will become available to you. The thing is, how universe works, as I told you before also many times, that it's just a very, very, very big mirror. It's our own reflection. If we have certain level of struggle inside us, that I want this and I don't want this kind of struggle, then universe will make sure that it gives you all the required situation to end that struggle, to finish that struggle. It does not solve the struggle. Universe has amazing ways. Universe never try to solve this struggle for you. And that's what a normal mind says, like all those religious people who pray to God to solve their problems. But actually, I've never seen anybody's problem getting solved by prayer until unless they become grown up. So universe never solve your problem. Universe finishes your problems. And finishing happens only two ways. Either the problem grow above you or you grow above your problem. So somewhere you cannot match each other. So the struggle ends. Right? So I feel very, very, very happy when any of my student go back and keep sharing or doing something which they want to do. I am in Nepal right now, and amazingly, what happened that the hotel I checked in, it had two names on the board, my name, Dev Om, and then second name was Mariol. And the moment I read that name, I said, now this is great, because she is my student from 2016 batch. She did my training in Rishikesh in 2016. And the moment I saw the name, I thought that this is she is the one. This is not somebody else, this is she only. And she had to come after 2 days, and that day I had to check out. And then the second day we met, she came and we just met, and she was like, I cannot believe it, I'm seeing you after so many years. And it was so amazing. It's like synchronicity, right? That here we are, and she's from Argentina. We are meeting after so many years. And well, we were in touch always because she was always keep telling me what she's doing, where she is sharing her love, her knowledge. She is a very, very good artist, but also a yoga teacher, also a meditation teacher now. And she is mainly traveling and working as yoga and meditation teacher at different places, whenever and wherever she gets chance, like 6 months, 1 year, 3 months, whatever. And at the same time, she also loves the art she makes. So she keeps doing that as well. And after seeing her after 6 years, the moment I saw her and her energy and her aura, I was like, man, I am so happy seeing you because you did good to yourself. She was shining, she was happy. When she came, now for 8 years ago, she came from corporate background. She was working as a graphic designer. She was not liking her job, and she came with that kind of thing. And after seeing her after 8 years, I was very happy. And she said that, okay, I'm not earning a lot, but I'm earning good enough that I don't have any pressure of earning. I'm earning good enough and everything gets arranged and I'm very happy. Now, this means that she has attained a level of restfulness inside her. In 300 hour, we talk about it as one of a major factor, that restfulness is your major quality, because that enables you to end all these struggles. And when you start to finish your struggles, inner struggles, universe starts to look at you from a different eye, from a different point of view. You start to shine, like a bright shiny star in the night sky in front of universe. And that happens, as I told you, when you remain patient and consistent and keep working on your roots, actively remaining involved in the energy you want to live in, you want to receive, you want to share. Don't keep waiting for it. That is the difference between a seeker and a normal person of the world, that a seeker don't wait that somebody will come and give them some happiness or peace or love in life. You create it. If you don't have it for in your life, create it for others. Or think about why you don't have it. What is that stops you from having it? Maybe it's some idea or conditioning. Sometimes it is very simple thing. One idea or one conditioning, and the moment you think from another dimension, you say, this was not that important. I was unnecessarily stuck in it for so many years. Let me just drop it. Like a very small feeling where many people are stuck, and actually the questions which people have asked are about that. That one very small thing that people normally feel that everybody should feel good about them. And then they live with this kind of burden. When you live a life, many things will happen. You cannot make everything perfect. Because anyway, if you are able to make everything perfect, it would be only perfect according to you. It will not be perfect according to many other people. Probably your perfection can create problem in another person's life. So there is no possibility in the world when everything is amazing at the same time for everyone. If it's raining and it's amazing for you, somewhere next door will be crying that why it is raining. If it is sunny and it's amazing for you, somebody next door will be crying why it is sunny. So in their life, there is never a perfect situation for everyone. So whatever you do, no matter what you do, but whatever you do, some people are going to like it, some people are going to hate it. And you cannot change it. Jesus could not change it for himself. Buddha could not change it for himself. Nobody can change it. In the history, nobody can ever change this. But then what happens? Because of this struggle, because we try to control everything, that everybody should feel good about me, you are always stressed. You are not restful. You are in a struggle. And that inner struggle creates an inner level of insecurity and a feeling of being under attack very easily. What happens? Tolerance go away. And when tolerance go away, your peace goes away immediately. Peace rides on tolerance. Peace rides on acceptance. Peace rides on letting go. These are the wheels, right? On the chariot of peace. Tolerance, acceptance, letting go, taking it easy. If these things will go away, your peace will go away. And you cannot get the peace with meditation. You cannot experience the peace. You can only experience the peace during the technique of meditation. But you cannot get peace through meditation in your life until unless you take care of these four things. Meditation will help you realize, but you guys are already meditators, you guys all have already been doing it, and if something is still missing, that means you cannot put burden of everything on one meditation technique, that I do this practice, after this nothing wrong should happen to me. Ultimately, everything happens beautifully only by your transformation. Meditation is making you transformed or not? You need to look at that. It is not like, okay, I have switched on a button. It's like, oh, I have popped in this vitamin pill and now I am completely immune. Nothing can happen to me. You cannot put all the responsibility of your health on one vitamin pill. Vitamin pill will work gradually to improve your immunity. But at the same time, you also need to take care of your health and probably save yourself from eating that kind of food which you know is harmful for you. Or if you have to eat that kind of food, maybe take some antidote. Like if you are drinking too much wine or oily food, have some asylum husk, that's or more fiber, to balance it. They are simple tricks. Or have some probiotics. So when we do these kind of things, similarly on the energy level, whatever energy we are receiving every day, and you know that you are not liking it somehow or it is not good for your system, it's your responsibility to have the antidote. And that is exactly why I just said this. When Doreen shared about herself, I said that this is very beautiful. That if you create an environment around you where you can have your roots in the energy you want to live in, and you experience that energy somehow every day, then you already have the antidote ready. You have antibodies also ready inside you. It is like this. So that's a very good idea. Right? Anybody wants to ask or share anything? Yes, Pavni?
Master, I missed on these two things. Peace rides on tolerance, letting go, and another two things you mentioned.
Peace rides on tolerance, acceptance, letting go, taking it easy. Or fourth thing can be letting go and taking it easy. Same thing. Fourth thing is knowing that you cannot win everything in life. You cannot win everything. You cannot change everything. It's okay. That is what I meant about by taking it easy. Okay? Because if you can't take things easy and if you just want to deny them according to your liking and they keep coming, what is happening? Then there's a struggle happening all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Anybody else? Any question? So I continue with this. I'm going to include the question I've received once about dealing with suppressive relationship. huge. I see most of the people in marriage or relationship, one of the person out of two feels that he or she is getting suppressed by the other. And this keeps happening. And then slowly over the years or as the time goes, it starts building up with a feeling of, you know, feeling of less self-worth, feeling of less self-respect, feeling of victim feeling, or low self-confidence, low self-esteem. Lot many things happen. And then another thing happens with that. Sometimes people start to prove themselves that they are better than what the other person thinks of them. And all this thing, whatever you do, keeps creating another level of trap in the same situation. Logically, it may feel okay that, oh, if I feel that the other person feels that I am stupid, I need to prove myself that I'm not that stupid. Very simple example. And then what happens that you keep trying to prove yourself that you are not that stupid or you are intelligent than other, and the other is already thinking that you are stupid and that person is intelligent, and then the fight goes on. And then you start to feel more and more disconnection, and you start to demean yourself and the other and the relationship itself. If you connect with this situation with what I have been just speaking before, you will realize that there is no peace in this situation. There is no tolerance left, and there is no connection left. You are constantly in some kind of war or fight. The moment you start to become restful within yourself, the moment you start to really accept yourself, I'm not talking about loving yourself, I'm not talking about respecting yourself, I'm not talking about feeling the worth of yourself. All that is, it comes secondary, because these are all kind of lollipops to those people who don't accept themselves. That somebody else, some therapist would say, oh, you are worthy for more. And you feel a morale boost that, yeah, I am worthy for more. But the thing is that it will not happen. You are worthy for more. No, you are not worthy for more. Everybody is worthy for the ultimate. More is little. Everybody is worthy of ultimate. Whatever can happen, your ultimate possibility, your enlightenment, your true oneness or non-duality with the universal consciousness. Everybody is worthy of that. But small worthiness or big worthiness, anything can happen only when first level, on the base level, there is self-acceptance. And self-acceptance does not mean trying to adjust yourself by the definition you feel is going to give you some gain. Self-acceptance is a very simple thing. This is what I am. I cannot control everything. I do foolish things sometimes. I do good things sometimes. Sometimes I mess up, sometimes I don't. It's so simple. If you accept that every single day I will wake up, I will feel great, I would like to enjoy that day. By the day end, I would mess up something, I would feel happy in something, I would lose something, I would gain something. Every single day will bring me all four things. And all these things, if I am not in the struggle with myself, I can learn, I can become better. But if I am in the struggle with my own self, and I feel that, oh, why did I mess up? Why did I lose? Why could I have not done better? I will not learn because I'll be frustrated, because I'll be irritated. And I'll also be putting lots of responsibility onto the other. And then I'll feel victim. And then I'll feel sometimes guilt. Oh, all trap. Huh? Then you've already gone into the red zone. The green zone is gone. Because red zone comes in the family, right? They will attack from all over. It will not be one emotion. It would be many, many, many different emotions to pull you down. All this happens because you are not accepting yourself. And a major part of the biggest block of self-acceptance, can anybody tell me what is that? What can be that block? There's one single biggest block of self-acceptance in people, in everybody. Tell me if somebody can tell me. I want to hear.
Ego?
Perfection.
Yes, guys. Sorry?
Ego?
Perfection.
Ego
Ego,
is a block. Yeah.
ego and perfection. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are, but they are not the biggest ones. Anybody else? More? Or forget the biggest one. Let us just hear more from people.
Self-doubt.
Sorry?
Self-doubt.
Self-doubt. Yeah. Yep. That is also. But yeah. And self-doubt is there. That is why self-acceptance is not there. Anybody else? Anything else? Let's think.
Same as not believing in yourself.
No, not believing is yourself is related with self-worth.
Self-doubt only. I got self-doubt.
Self-worth. It is not self-acceptance. Self-worth is part of self-acceptance, but it is second step. The primary step is self-acceptance. Okay, now, okay, let me change my question. This is one. Second question is, what do you think would be the part of self-acceptance? If today everybody of you have to accept yourself completely, what all things will come in that? Everybody just give me their pointers. Yes. Keep opening your mic and telling me.
I think, oh, you go first.
It's fine.
Yes,
Okay,
Faith.
so I think, oh yeah, okay, you go.
So for me, it feels to be, I can't really articulate it, but like we see ourselves as separate. Therefore, we can judge and criticize, yeah, ourselves or others. But if we see that we're all in it together and we're all connected, then we are just doing our best in every moment.
Yes.
Everyone. That's what it feels like to me.
Yes. Beautiful. Yes. Doreen.
Yes, I was going in the same direction. So if we are separate from ourselves because we are fueled by fear or by doubts or by desires, or when we want to compare ourselves to other people and we don't really have an identity of our own, I think it's hard to accept yourself. But if you get to know yourself better and if you really come home to yourself, like the wholeness and become one, and like first get to know yourself, only then you can identify yourself fully, know who you are, and then as a result accept yourself. I think.
Yeah.
Self-realization and self-discovery also is a step to accepting yourself through self-realization.
Yes. The moment self-realization happens, self-acceptance comes with that. But here, the self-realization is not like enlightenment. The self-realization is about whatever way you are, the universe has made you. That self-realization is the first step, you know. So yeah, good. And Rashim,
Unfulfilled
yeah,
expectation,
sorry,
unfulfilled expectation about ourselves.
that's the block. That's the block on accepting. Okay, yes, of course it is. It is. Yes, yes, Rashim.
So for me, I think like it is like living your true self and being connected to your own soul. So when you are connected to your own soul and you know inner what you are, so then you can accept everything. Self-acceptance has to be there.
Yeah, but
When
Rashim,
you're
this is a very philosophical answer because how do you know that what is your true self? Because if you know it, you are automatically into self-acceptance. So the
not
question is that,
my true self, but one's true self. One
yeah,
true
once,
self, we know
yeah,
the qualities of that someone.
yeah,
I don't know. We all are just
yeah, you mean everybody basically once,
yeah, yeah.
and that's exactly the thing is that once true self if one knows, that's like Aisha said, self-realization, you become more aware about yourself and then self-acceptance come. Okay, so I tell you uh, with a funny analogy in India, when I was a child, it's because in India also it's changed a lot now. In India, when I was a child, we were having this kind of setups in major society setup that the father would be very strict for the kid and the mother would be very loving for the kid. And we have another very beautiful analogy to describe it, that when in India we have these water pots which are made of the earth, the mud, and it keeps the water cool and also alkaline naturally. And those people who make them, what they do, they hit, they prepare the clay and then they give it the shape and then they have to kind of hit them. But whenever they hit them from outside to give it the shape, they also support them from inside. So, hitting from outside and supporting inside, and then the thing comes. If anything, if only support remains and the hitting does not remain, then the shape will not come. If only hitting is there and the support is not there from inside, then it will break. So we used to say that I mean, of course, in my childhood also it was like this, that my father was very strict and my mother was very loving. And the job of my father was practically to point out all the problems and mistakes I do and to keep pushing me for improving all the time. And the job of my mother was just to give me love and accept anything I do. Like any mess I can make, I can go back to my mom. And even if I was living a perfect day, I was still feeling not that confidence to go to my father because he would always find out something, some mistake and my possibility to improve. Now, this was a kind of good setup in the childhood, but this cannot go lifelong, right? So, if today also the same thing will happen, I would say, hey man, let me live now, right? But what happens when we grow up? Because of the rat race or the society or our dreams or our aspirations, we develop both these personalities inside us. I mean, for different people it could be different. For few people, their mother would be more strict and father would be more soft. For some people, they would be having single parent. It's different situation, but I'm just giving you an analogy. In my childhood it used to be like this, and I realized this, that when I grew up and when I was living alone, away from my parents, I have developed both of them inside me. So I was like my father also with myself when I need to deal myself, and I was like my mother also when I need to deal myself. And most of the time, I was too critical with myself, like being my own father within myself. Until unless I grew spiritually and I've realized many things, and now I am more like my mother to myself. Like my mother says, that's okay. Just be loving, just be good-hearted person, and do things with pure intention and leave. You cannot control everything. You will create some or the other mess always. Don't worry. But you need to make sure that your intention should not be to create mess. Your intention should be just to create love and happiness. If that is there, your pure heart is there. If your pure heart is there, you are loved and accepted by me. So this dialogue of my mom, I have taken to myself. So I say myself this only. That yeah, you are living, you will create some mess every day. Don't worry. You need to make sure that your intention was pure, your heart was pure, your purpose was pure and clear. If that was okay, you don't need to prove yourself to anybody. Allow people to feel bad about you. Allow people to think wrong of you, and allow some mess to happen about you because you cannot control it. Just be easy with it. Just live with your pure heart. Tomorrow, the next day will come, the next opportunity will come. Keep doing your things. Some people will like you, some people will hate you, and this is how life goes. But the most important is how do you feel about yourself? How do you like yourself? So I say to myself that if I am living with pure heart, pure intention, pure purpose, no matter whatever is happening through me, I am accepting and loving myself totally. Even with my stupidities, even with my mess, even with my some crazy ideas, even with my some crazy experiments where I fail badly, but I wanted to do the experiment, so I do. I love and accept myself because my basic is very simple. Two things. One, I am not God. I cannot be perfect. Second, there cannot be any situation that everybody will love me. They will hate me also. There would be some people who will hate me. Otherwise, my ego will go on seventh heaven. So I don't want to do that, right? So, okay, let some people dislike me, big deal. Let them find out some problems inside me. It's okay. And third thing, which is actually the base, not the third thing base, that I have to keep the purity of my heart and purity of my intention. And as we learn in the first day in first class, simple, pure, divine. So if I keep my purity, I keep my divine connection on and I keep feeling this. And I don't really bother about proving myself right or wrong in front of anybody. And that saves lots of struggle for me. And I remain free. And then it takes time. I mean, the problem is that the mind is amazing. Mind would say, okay, I will not try to prove myself. I will not do struggle. But then the other person will treat me well, right? No guarantee. No guarantee. But one guarantee is there. If you remain rooted in your energy, if you become free of the other person, how they are thinking about you or how they are accepting you or treating you, if you become free of that, your energy will shine and that will impact the other person. That always happens because they have never seen that rooting and stability inside you. And when they start to see that, they also have a soul. Their soul will recognize your soul. Their soul will recognize your transformation. Their soul will recognize your freedom. And that will impact them also. So the biggest block of self-acceptance is that you are not able to mostly accept the way other thinks about you. When you want that other and that is especially couple of people. For somebody it is your husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or mother or father. In India, most of the 70s and 80s movies are actually about this, that a child grows up to become an angry young hero just to prove himself in front of his father, and his entire life and all the mess and all the drama of 3 hour movies goes just for a single point, that he wanted to prove himself in front of his father or his mother or whatever. And actually those movies are real, because our entire life goes like this. Your entire life keeps going on proving yourself right in front of somebody, one or two people in your mind, and you don't feel easy with that. And that is the biggest block of self-acceptance. Those one or two or three people, even if they are unaware about it, they control your life. Because of them, or because what you think is they think of yourself and you cannot accept this, you don't do self-acceptance. See how typical is that and how huge is that? Because somewhere, if you are not relaxed in yourself, you are not in self-acceptance, you always feel that the other makes you feel little. Great, other can make you feel little, but you feel little or not is in your hand.
That is so powerful, actually, Dave. I have to come back to it and listen to it again. That is really something actually I was just looking answer for. Thank you so much.
So don't allow those couple of people in your life to run your life or ruin your life. You know, you don't need to win any competition with them. And you don't need to prove yourself in front of them. You can just love them, you can just be with them, or treat according to your relation with them, with your pure intention and pure heart. Because the moment you will leave the struggle of proving yourself in front of them, you will be very easy, you will be very relaxed, and they will no longer control your life, and it will change something magically. Try to experience that. Or otherwise, and then there are some practical tips. For example, in husband wife, I get people, couples who are in their young age nowadays. Anyway, there is no tolerance, and people don't want to give too much of their effort in the relationship. So they say, okay, it's not working, it's not working. We are moving away. Great. For people who already have kids and then grown up kids, and you are in your 40s, 50s, 60s, you say there is no point, messing up the family now. Let's find out a way where we can live with peace. And that is it. It is like your country is surrounded by five enemy countries, and you just need to keep finding a diplomatic solution so that you are not at war with them all the time. Because if you are at war, no matter you are winning or losing, your entire resources will only go in the war. Your entire life will go in the struggle only, whether you win or lose. So the ideal way is to find out a diplomatic solution to keep the peace on, so that you are not at the war and you are saving your resources to put into those areas of your life where you want to put them. So find out your ways, separate your rooms, don't interfere too much, accept the other person that, oh, other person is mad. The moment he will do something. So I'll just do my things and I'll stop bothering about the other person's whatever comments, whatever negativity, whatever thing. And whenever they give, I just listen and don't try to prove my point, don't try to prove them wrong. Say, okay, yes, okay, I got it, I understood, that's it. Ignore.
But isn't
It
that
is fine.
suppressing? Isn't that suppressing our feelings? Isn't that suppression? What you just
No,
mentioned.
I am not talking about suppression. I'm talking about finding your way to stay at the same place. If you don't want to suppress yourself, best is don't live with that person. Or talk with that person that, hey man, I will not suppress you, you will not suppress me. But if anybody break this treaty, we are gone. Right. You have to do something. No, I am talking about over here because of the question which came to me. It came with a specific thing that I don't want to break our marriage now because it's been many years and there is no point doing that. And then we need to live together in the same home. Then what to do? It is like sleeping with the enemy. What will you do? I
Dave,
would, if I sleep with enemy every single day, every single night, what I would do? I would focus on sleeping. I would not focus on fighting in bed with that enemy. Because I know that I have no other option but to sleep with the enemy. So I'll just try to attain my sleep. I will not try to attain winning while sleeping with the enemy. And I will try to attain a setup where the enemy won't harm me, I won't harm him, and I get my sleep. Because it is sleeping with the enemy. So my focus is not enemy, my focus is sleep. That is the intelligence. Because if your focus will remain enemy, you will never be able to sleep. And then you will become weak every single day, every single night.
But what about if the other person doesn't have the same intention as you do, sleeping with that
He,
person?
he will not. But then don't sleep. That's what I'm saying, Aisha. It's I am single in my life for certain reasons. But I don't want to give and I cannot give my formula of life to everybody's life. So I am giving different options. And I'm answering the question, the specific question which came to me where the person says that I have to sleep with enemy. What do? I don't have any other option. It's my choice to sleep with enemy. Then I have to give them that solution. Then that if I have to sleep with enemy, I'll focus on sleep. I will not focus on enemy. You need to find some way. And then you will gain more strength that later on you will learn or you will be more strong to deal with the enemy and to manage a peace treaty. Because your peace treaty will also be honored by the other party only when you are strong. If you are weak, nobody will care about your peace treaty.
Yeah, the strength is it's the key, and not
Exactly.
everybody has that strength. So how do
Exactly.
you develop to that certain point of the strength that you were
Yeah,
mentioning?
you have to develop that strength by gaining your basic thing. For example, sleeping with the enemy, focus on sleep so that you can gain some strength. Don't focus on enemy. So basically it is like taking a step back so that you can gain the strength to move forward.
Got it.
Right. The thing is that if we keep and today's entire talk, these all questions are not separate, it is all one. From the beginning, whatever talk I'm doing about self-acceptance, about making your roots in the energy layer of the universe, think about everything together. I am giving you solution in my entire talk today, right from developing your roots in that energy layer where you want to live. That will give you strength. accepting yourself, ending the inner struggle, trying to find your space to breathe, because if you cannot even breathe, forget gaining the strength. So trying to find a space to breathe, and then slowly you will keep increasing that space. You will keep finding your routing. One hand, practically dealing with it, finishing your inner emotional struggles. On the other hand, gaining your energy by developing your roots in that energy layer in the universe, and you will get it. At least you will move towards that direction. Or otherwise, you will get the courage enough or the strength enough just to say no. One fine day, enough is enough. Go fuck yourself. I am happy with that also. But I cannot come and live your life. Everybody have to develop their roots to create their strength. And the third question is also related with this, about feeling shame or guilt because you have high hopes with yourself. You have created a high image in your mind about this is how you are, and you cannot tolerate yourself making any mess and being too hard with yourself. As I felt that the father was strict and the mother was loving and accepting, and that setup cannot just keep going the whole life, because after a point you say, hello, let me live, let me create mess, let me be loving, let me be little mad, let me not be completely proper, there is no point, because I need to also keep my peace and happiness inside me. So with self-acceptance, you realize that no, you can create mess, because you anyway will create mess no matter what. You will create mess. Something will happen. So it's okay. Focus on what good can you do rather than what bad you have done or you are doing. Because when you also, it is like antidote, it's like balancing. If something bad is happening, but also something goods are happening, rather than getting stuck in what bad you have done, just keep repairing it, just keep moving quickly, it doesn't matter. Something missed, it's okay. Next thing. And then you are in the flow. Remember, I always tell you, flow is the most important thing in life. If you're flowing, you're flowering. If you're stiff and accepting yourself to be a perfectionist or do everything in a perfect manner is stiffness. So if you're stiff, you're stuck. If you're flowing, you're flowering. You remember this dialogue of mine when we learn about root chakra? I write this on whiteboard. This is it. Right? Anybody has to say anything or ask anything?
Giving power to the other person to manage our emotions, that was very profound.
The problem is that in a social structure, especially from the previous year and especially in India, the mindset of everybody is like that the one person is a provider and other person is a dependent. And that creates the entire mess. If everybody is an individual and everybody understands that I am an individual and other person is individual, a mutual respect automatically grows. The era and the social dynamics you come from is not individualistic. But for example, the era and social dynamics probably Santi or Doreen comes from are more individualistic. So they would deal with the similar kind of situation in a very different manner. They would say hello. I mean, they will automatically not allow the other person to reach up to that level that they can actually control your life emotionally as a puppet. But in our dynamics or in your dynamics, through the years, it's been happening, or any other home. I see that in my own family also, with my aunts, with my grandma, with my mom. I see that. And it is not the problem of the other person who is controlling. The controller is never a problem because ego wants to control. Everybody has ego. It is that you give the power of the oppressor to be oppressed. Because you did not realize, the one who are getting suppressed, they did not realize their individual soul journey or their individualism in time. And now you cannot suddenly accept everything to be perfectly balanced. You got to fight for it, or you got to balance it, or you got to do something for it. No magic will happen. But to balance it or to do something for it, another mess happens when you start to become too strict with yourself and you start to expect yourself to be a perfect human all the time. And then you get into another mess, that why the other person is feeling bad about me or thinking wrong about me, or why I did this mess, or I should have not done, or why, because of, again, in hidden this insecurity, and to have a wish to prove yourself in front of other, and to have a wish to prove yourself that you are better than what the other person think of you. Hey, be easy with it. The other person is an individual and you are an individual. Other person think you are a mad person. You can also think the other person is mad person, and I am also a mad person. So let's not get into this debate. It's okay. And then be free of it. In my school, none of my teachers, all teachers used to love me a lot because I was one of their ideal kid, an ideal student in the school. But for one thing, none of my teacher was able to motivate me for anything, because their examples were very non-relevant for me. They used to tell me that I got to come first in the class, I got to come first in the race, I can do better than them, and then this. And these things were always never relevant for me. I said, because I never had any sense of competition inside me ever since my childhood. And they always tried to motivate me based on the competition. So it didn't work. Right? And because I was not having any sense of competition, I was not having any struggle with anybody to do. Because I was not in competition, so I had no struggle to win. I never had any struggle to come first in the class also, because it doesn't matter to me. Right? And I was very intelligent in my studies. That was always there. But the struggle was not there. Intelligence was there. So it depends on us where we want to remain stuck. And if we get wrongly motivated by some people in the past, now since you're grown up and you're more cautious, it's time to recreate your motivational pattern. Be self-motivated for the purpose of sharing love and light, and that is good enough motivation. There is no other motivation you need. It's very important to to recreate these motivational patterns for yourself, to become free of the wrong motivational patterns. If you try to prove yourself right in front of everybody all the time, and you're not able to tolerate that other person is thinking not good about you, it is because of certain ideologies or ideas from behind, certain wrong motivational patterns. If you correct them, you will be free from this. Right? Yes, Gaisha?
Yeah, this is a question for you. I belong to this group, and it's called Broken breakup groups, which are people, women mainly, female, they have either divorced or still living with their partner, and these are everyone has great. I mean, they're suffering right now, and I try to be there to help them to approach it from a spiritual, you know, to approach it from a spiritual point of view. But they're so broken.
Yeah.
They're
See,
so broken. They have no strength whatsoever. I mean, even if I talk about approaching it with love and compassion, they're gonna think that I'm out of my mind.
yes, because I always say that meditation or spiritual approach is not a quick fix pill. It is like a right kind of soil to support the right kind of seed to sprout and flower. So when you put a right seed in a right soil with right kind of nurturing, the flower will come and it will take its procedural time. So meditation and spirituality is not a quick fix pill. It is a right soil. It takes time. Now, what is the quick fix pill for them? Is some practical solution for them,
Mm,
what they need. Because if somebody is in the mess at home and you say to them that all right, meditate and everything will be fine, but even when they are meditating, they are kind of thinking that, oh, today I meditated, now the mess will be finished at home. And this will not work. It doesn't work. Because you are not in meditation, you are not just being in meditation. Your purpose is something different. And you are not even preparing to transform yourself or grow or gain strength slowly. You are just looking for a quick fix. So if you approach them, you have to tell them that it is going to take time and they need to be disciplined and consistent. And it is going to take time to gain the strength. It is not a magic. They are the magic.
mm,
Meditation is not the magic. If they decide, they can fix it in one day. But the problem is that the most of the people don't really want to fix it because they don't want to pay the cost of fixing. They don't want to lose anything and they just want to gain everything. It does not work in universe.
mhm,
If you want to gain something, you got to lose something. And if you don't want to lose something and you only want to gain, then it will go very slow.
mm.
Slowly, you will find your gains. But then you need to be clear what you want to do. Choice is yours, right? So you got to tell this to them.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good. Wonderful. No? It went very deep today. Okay. Any questions? All right. Let's just sit for 5-10 minutes in meditation and then we will close the call. Just close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Breathing in through nose, breathing out through mouth, making the sound. Now close your mouth and just be calm within yourself. Feel that you're very calm and restful within yourself and just be. Slowly take 3 deep breaths. Move your fingers and toes. Put the hands together and rub them gently. Place them on your eyes. Gently open your eyes and rub the hands back on your face and on your body.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's have a group hug and go. Thank you. Enjoy your days. See you soon.